Hello everyone. In this lesson we are going to learn about the gradient. You must have to follow this lesson properly because when you will work for stylizing your text in Photoshop or for graphics design, in that case you must have to apply gradient properly in Photoshop, because if you can combine gradient, stroke, bevel and emboss in text, in that case you will be able to create, or you will be able to apply creative or attractive style in the text. Therefore you must have to do a good practice for bevel, emboss, stroke and gradient. So let's start with the gradient. And for applying gradient in text, at first you have to create a document, and therefore I'm clicking this file menu and here is the new option. And this is my pop-up for picking a new document, and you can pick any document from here. So as an example, I'm picking this custom size, and I don't want to keep this background content as transparent. I want to use white background. So once you pick any background from here, or once you pick any document size from here, you just have to click create. Okay, this is our document. So at first you have to type a text, and for typing the text, here is that type tool. So you have to use this tool, or you can use keyboard shortcut, that is T. So let me click this T or type tool, and then you have to click with your mouse in this canvas, and you have to type something else. But before that you have to change the font color, because we have white background in here as well as we have white color, and this color is indicating the text color. So if we put the white color in background and if we use the white color for text, then it will be not understandable. Therefore we have to change the font color. So for changing the font color, you just have to click over here and a pop-up will be appeared. So from here I am going to pick just a red color just for a while, and here is the red color I just picked, and let me click this OK. Okay, so now let me type open ed online. Okay, opened online or opened online. So this is my text, and now let me increase my text size because I need some bigger text in here. So this is our main text. So for making the bigger in size, you just have to select this entire text, and you can use your mouse. You just have to press your right button at the end of the text, and then you have to move your mouse from left to right for making the selection. And here is the text size option. So here is the text size. Right now I have 53.85 point, but if you want to increase, you just have to click in this option, and once you will click in this option, you will have different type of size or point preset. So as an example, let me pick with 72 point. So you can see here our text size is increased, but I think it's not sufficient for us. Therefore I have to increase the size of more. But you can see here we have only 72 point preset. So how you will increase more? You can use a manual input value, and therefore you just have to click with your mouse in here, and you can put the value. So as an example, let me type 100, and once you will type 100, you have to hit the enter button from your keyboard, and you can see here we have 100 point for our text. But if you need more, you can do one thing, that is you just have to place your mouse cursor in here in this T or text size option, and when you will place your mouse cursor in here, then the cursor will be changed, and you just have to press your left button from your mouse, and you have to move the mouse pointer at right side. And you can see here when I am moving my mouse cursor at right side, the point of text is increasing as well as our text size also increasing. So as an example, let me pick with 200 point, and you can see here I have a bigger text. Now I'm going to apply gradient in this opened online text. So my text word is done, and now I'm going to click this tick mark, or you can press Ctrl or Enter button from your keyboard, and those who you are using Mac, you can press Command or Enter button. And let me click this tick mark. Okay, so we got our text. Now we will apply the gradient. So how you will apply the gradient in this text? For applying gradient, in your properties, in here, this is the properties, you just need to scroll the properties. So if you were using older version of Photoshop, in that case you may have the option for changing the color or gradient in here, but this is not a good practice for changing the color or applying the multicolor from the properties. This is not a good practice. You have to apply gradient overlay function from the latest version of Photoshop. So those who you are using the updated version of Photoshop, you may have this effects option in here inside this layer panel. So this is my layer panel, and inside my layer panel, this is called the effects option. And when you will click this effects option, you will have this gradient overlay option. So this is the latest or the modern feature for applying the gradient overlay for the text. So you must have to go with this gradient overlay option. So let me click in this gradient overlay. Okay, here is my pop-up is appeared, and you can see here this is my pop-up, and this is my gradient overlay, and this is my gradients, and here is different type of options are available. So we're going to learn about these things. So basically this is the blend mode, and you just have to keep the blend mode in normal, and here is the opacity, but I will do the mechanism of opacity after applying the gradient. And Photoshop basically provides different type of gradient preset, and for using that preset you just have to click in this gradient option. Then another pop-up will appear, and you can see here that presets are available. So we have different type of folders like basics, blues, purples, pinks, reds. So depend on color, when you will looking for pink color gradient, you will have the pink color preset gradient inside this folder. So as an example, let me open this pink color, and you can see here different type of gradient presets are available. So let's start from the basics. So here is the basics option. So here is all the basics gradients are available in here, and right now the basics gradient is applicable for our text. Second one is blue. So let me select the blue folders, and once you will click the blue folder, you will have the blue colors gradient. So as an example, let me apply. So therefore you have to select a preset from here. So as an example, I'm selecting this one, and you can see here the gradient preset is applied to our text. Let me select another. You can see here is another, here is another. So this is the preset is applying in our text. So here is the purple, this is the purple. So if you are looking for some kind of purple color gradient, you can pick it from the here, and you can see here this is the purple color is applied. Okay, let me show you with the red color. This is a red color, red, it's a, you can call a flame combination of this gradient, and you will have this attractive gradient inside the red color folder. Then here is the orange, and here is the green, here is the grays, here is the clouds, and many more presets are available. Okay, so we found the gradient preset from here, but if you don't like any preset from here and you want to create a custom gradient, how you will do? You can do that very easily. So you can see here, after selecting a preset, you can see here we have the color picker option in here. So you can see here in my left side in here, it's have some a dark green, and in my right side we have the light green. So if you want to change the color, in that case you can use this option. When you will place your mouse cursor to this pointer, you just have to double click with your mouse and then another pop-up will appear, or if you just click a single click, then you will have this color option. So for changing the color, where you want to change the color, so if you want to change the color at left, you just have to select in here and you can see here the color option. So let me pick the color from here. So as an example, instead of green, I want to use some kind of this pink color. Okay, and for the secondary color, let me select here, or let me click in here. For secondary color, I want to use this. Okay, this purple seems good, and let me click OK. And I have added, or I changed the color from here. But if you were looking to add some more color, right now we have only 2 color, but if you want to add some more color, in that case you can do that very easily. Let me show you. You just have to place your mouse cursor in somewhere, or where you want to place the another color. So as an example, I want to add another color in here. So you just have to place your mouse cursor in this blank space and you just have to click once, and you can see here we have another pointer of color. So in this position, if you want to add some different color, you have to select it and then you have to change the color. So as an example, let me pick the green one. Let me click OK. So you can see here right now we have another color applied to our text. So this is how you will add some different color. Okay, so this is how you will apply the customization or custom color for gradient. So as an example, let me pick this red gradient preset and let me click OK. Okay, now this is time for learning about the opacity. Right now we have 100% opacity of gradient for our text, but if you want to increase or decrease, you can do that very easily from here. Right now we have 100% opacity, but if you want to decrease the opacity, you just have to reduce the value. And you can see here the total red color is applied to our text. That means right now we don't have any gradient applied to our text, but if you want to make it visible, in that case you have to increase the value. So we got the gradient overlay in here. Okay, now we will learn about the angle. Let me move this pop-up in here. Okay, you can see here we have an angle box in here, and right now we have 90-degree angle. If you want to change the angle of gradient, you just have to put the value, or you can use this circle box for changing the angle. So as an example, if you want to change the angle, you just have to click with your mouse in here. So right now we have -4-degree angle, and this is the preset. You can see the preset in here. Let me change once again. Right now I have -90-degree. I have 163-degree. Right now I have -168-degree. Right now I have 105-degree, 69-degree, -2-degree. So this is how you will change the angle for your text from the gradient overlay pop-up. Okay, so we applied the gradient, and once everything is done, you just have to click this OK button. So you can see now the gradient is applied to our text, and in our layer box you can see the gradient overlay, this layer is applied. If you want to remove the gradient overlay, this layer from our text, you just have to turn off the layer. Let me turn off, and therefore you just have to place your mouse cursor in this eye icon and you have to click once, and you can see here that gradient overlay, this layer is turned off and we have our default text. If you want to enable it again, you just have to place your mouse cursor in here and you have to turn it on, and the gradient overlay is visible right now. So this is how you will apply gradient overlay in text in Adobe Photoshop.